Do 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 do. Wait a minute. uh, what kind of swoles I had in that video? Something else. Maybe damn not. Maybe fucking not. Maybe not. Hey, you caught me red-handed. Ain't my fault. I swear it's not my fault. It's not at all my fault whatsoever. Hello. It's the Sunday wrap-up show. Doom, 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 doom. Do 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 do. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What y'all doing? What is y'all doing? We got to invite all of the usual fucking suspects. You know what I mean? Because you could miss out on some shit. Especially when it comes to hip hop and what it is and what it ain't. You know what I mean? This is also an opportunity for you as black owned businesses to advertise and promote your business. You feel me? Sorry about that. Yeah, bro. I'm thinking this is a good opportunity for a lot of you to make some adjustments in how you do things. You might have to do things the old-fashioned way. Now remember, you can always be a part of the show. That part. You can always be a part of the show. No doubt about it. How do you do that? Tap in. Tap in, man. That's how you do that shit. You tap in. All right, all right, all right. Like and share with your friends too. Don't play, don't play. Like and share with your friends because we are 420 friendly over here. You can probably damn tell what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? As always, we always got to take care of the business. Remember this damn event coming up this Saturday. Oh my God. You can tap in right now if you want to say something. If you think where Two Tone the damn superstar at? Uh-uh. Look, Two Tone the superstar says that Canelo need to pray. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this upcoming fight? We can talk about it. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think about this upcoming fight? Huh? Talk to me quick. Bam, bam, bam. What do you think? What do you think about this fight? Canelo versus Skull. Huh? Look, I'm telling you. Can I just tell you, this fight will not go the distance that far. And if I were a gambling man, if I were a gambling man, I would. If I were a gambling man, I would say put your money on Canelo all day. It is a Cinco de Mayo weekend. Trust me, Canelo will be ready to go. Now, what's the primary difference in this fight? And Phoenix Street News, by the way, we'll be covering this Phoenix Street News radio and television. Video footage of this event will be on the TV. That's right. At PhoenixStreetNews.com and on Connect to Your City. But I should read y'all the tale of the damn tape. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Uh, for the most part, go over here to YouTube. Uh, 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 uh. All accused against Shannon Sharp resurfaced. Oh shit. Oh hell no. Do we? Do I have an image of fucking Shannon? Oh man. I don't. I should have. but I am low on memory, and I am trying to uh, copy a memory card so I can actually uh, uh, erase it and use it on the fucking iPad here for storage. But that's neither here nor there. Shannon Sharp. Oh, so let's check out what else is coming up for Shannon. Resurface. We might as well do that right now too. What the hell? And this is my man, the Black Authority. Let me cut off. Oh shit! Did I leave that fucking Bluetooth case up upstairs? Okay. Let's see. Mm. Hold on, y'all. I got to disconnect Bluetooth over here. Let me disconnect. Okay. Now let me see if I can get back over here to where we was. To where we was, I could have did that differently.
Shannon Sharpe, the feeding frenzy begins. This is going to be my last commentary on the whole Shannon Sharpe thing because, frankly, while I don't like what's happening necessarily, I hope that he handled Tony well. The reality, though, is Shannon Sharpe should have been more circumspect and strict about who he lets in his circle. This is basically going to be a follow up to the same commentary that I gave about Jonathan Majors, because it seems with these well to do famous Negroes, they like to pretend basically that they're living more or less in a colorblind society, or in Shannon's case, he would give the occasional lip service to that concept until it's time not to. Now, hands up, who didn't see this one coming? Right media reports are that there's another accuser against Shannon Sharpe, only this woman filed a suit against him 2 years ago. Question is, why are we only just hearing about this now? This woman is Michelle Evans, who allegedly is a former girlfriend of 10 years with Shannon Sharpe. She claimed that back in 2010 there had been involuntary oral sex, then sexual assault. This one's claiming that Shannon told her he would destroy her life and use everyone he knew to ruin her. This is the powerful black man canard being dragged out. This is only heard when it's time to accuse a black man of sexually assaulting a white woman. All of a sudden, Shannon Sharpe, who at that time was a former football player, he wasn't even on TV giving commentary. He retired from the league in 2003. What power did this man have? Who in 2010 was Shannon Sharpe going to go to ruin her on his behalf? So this is what we see. If they can't claim that he's a powerful man, then they resort to he knows influential people. These are the talking points used to prop up these accusations, because this is how these lawyers try to make their ridiculous claims sound plausible to those who wish to believe it. Anyway, in 2010, this woman filed a restraining order before she dropped it. She claimed there was a child in the home at the time as her rationale. She had a child in the home. Becky, who had a child. I'm getting the feeling Shannon Sharpe is just trying to get with anything that's Caucasian. So she was so terrified of this man, allegedly, that she filed a restraining order, and then she was really terrified, so she withdrew it. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But she wasn't done yet. She then filed a defamation suit against Sharpe in 2023, claiming that he had been speaking negatively about her in public and private circles after their relationship had ended. Shannon Sharpe is a celebrity. And at this point, Sharpe would have been on Fox Sports 1. This is a situation where this man's every utterance would have been followed, and there would have been tons of corroboration. So if he's speaking negatively about this woman, wouldn't a lot of people have been coming out of the woodwork going, yep, he was doing all right? Everybody would have already known. Instead, this is the first we're hearing about this woman. These women who make these accusations all use the same playbook, claim that so-and-so black man who hadn't said a word or given a thought to them in years was just so obsessed with them, but they never produce the tons of witnesses and people who can corroborate that this or that person was talking about them incessantly or was following them around. Shouldn't they have tons of phone calls, especially from this guy? I would think it would be extremely easy to have instances of people just coming out of the woodwork saying, hey, here's accounts that he gave about Shannon Sharpe. I mean, he's not exactly somebody who's easy to miss. You know, common sense would say that if a celebrity like Shannon Sharpe was running around dogging this woman out for any reason, a lot of people would have been talking about it. 2 years ago, Shannon Sharpe was on one of the biggest sports shows on cable. If he was sitting there talking trash about her, I think somebody would have noticed. Now, at this point, Shannon Sharpe is saying that he's stepping away from ESPN to focus on dealing with these lawsuits. Of course, that sounds like he jumped rather than waiting to get pushed. Sharpe's lawyers have pointed out that this is the pattern that befalls so many famous men who get put in this position, though it needs to be noted it happens to some men far more than others. On the TV show House of Cards, Kevin Spacey's character said everything is about sex except for sex. Sex is about power. This is why bedroom politics is important to know. Dr. John Henrik Clarke talked about it. For the dominant society, having sex with the people they oppress is merely recreational, nothing more. And yet you always got these silly Negroes who think they have sex with people outside the community. As far as they're concerned, I'm in love. The dominant society tend to be only in lust, or in the case of Zuniga, wanting a big black baby and a wedding so they can get the bag. Sex is yet another lever to be pulled to get what they want, and in a society where power is based on race, it's suicidal to allow oneself to forget that. But it needs to be pointed out that Shannon Sharpe had initially asked this Zuniga woman, the OnlyFans model turned wannabe baby mama turned litigant, to sign a non-disclosure agreement early in their relationship, but she refused. Now that right there should have been the last time they had any contact. This is a man who knew the deal. He knew what was supposed to have been done. A lot of celebrities require people to sign NDAs in order to enter their homes or to have substantial dealings with them. Prince used to do that a lot. So there's plenty of precedent for this. And it's there for a reason. Shannon Sharpe had established a rule, and then he decided to break his own rule. And for what? For sex. Because that's what Shannon thought it was about. These thoughts out here know it's about power and that the society has slanted things in their favor. When you tell someone to do something and they refuse to do it, they're telling you they don't respect you. And they don't have to do what you say. You got Shannon Sharpe, a rich and famous pro athlete and TV sports commentator. In the meanwhile, you got this OnlyFans model who, well, basically she's got some pictures of herself showing her butt online, and that's pretty much all she brings to the table. A person with nothing to offer is also a person with nothing to lose either. He was undeniably the stronger partner in this relationship, wasn't even close. He was the one that she was chasing after, not the other way around. And yet when she defied him, she was doing it to test him. She wanted to see whether or not wiggling her bony behind in front of him was going to mean more to him than his own rules. Was he in charge or was she? That's what she was testing to see. Which one of them was leading and which one of them was following. And he showed exactly which was which. When somebody shows you that they can't take instructions, you don't make an exception. What you do is you make an example out of them. But that only happens if you're thinking with the head on your shoulders. Now, this is not to say that this woman still might not have tried to pull a lawsuit regardless, but it is to say there's a reason why nobody heard about this other woman, Michelle what's-her-name, until now. And even in her case, she didn't need to have filed any earlier suits to go after Sharpe. The legal infrastructure has always been there to enable these kind of lawsuits against famous black men in particular. The law that this Evans woman is using to go after Sharpe is New York City's Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act. Now, that law's been on the books for 20 years, but apparently it had lapsed, though back in 2023, this law was extended for 2 more years until February 2025. And that was done so that accusers could bring new accusations regardless of when these alleged incidents had occurred. And that's when this Michelle woman suddenly decided that after over a decade, she just had to file a lawsuit now. And what a surprise. We see these being used disproportionately against rich or famous black men. Nothing happens in a vacuum under white supremacy. On a side note, remember Michael Jeffries, the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch? He was charged by the feds with sexual assault and a million other things at the same time that Diddy was. But Jeffries was immediately released on bond, while Diddy, on the other hand, is still cooling his heels awaiting trial. Jeffries is homosexual, and he was accused of luring young men to drug-fueled sex parties in New York City, the Hamptons, and elsewhere, promising these men modeling contracts if they just did whatever. Now, this is a man who was in a position to make people's careers with a wave of his hand. That's what he held over their heads. This is a powerful man, not someone who knows somebody, but a man who actually has power and wielded it. And yet he's getting the velvet glove treatment, even from the white media. They just decided that any and all accusations against him would be allowed to fall down the memory hole. There will be no wall-to-wall coverage of this man. Let's just try to forget about it, and we'll see what comes of it later, but we won't be looking very hard.
Oh yeah, by the way, fair use.
Earlier this month, federal prosecutors asked that Jeffries be deemed unfit to stand trial due to dementia. Yes, the federal prosecutors told the judge, this guy's unfit for trial. Hey, remember that time the prosecutors said that about that black defendant? Me neither. Prosecutors have said that they want Jeffries to be put into the custody of the Bureau of Prisons to receive treatment and see if he can stand for trial at a later date. But one has to wonder, what does custody of the Bureau of Prisons mean when they say it? Does it mean that he actually gets put behind bars, or does it mean what it meant for Jeffrey Epstein? That he only has to report to a Bureau of Prisons facility or a Bureau of Prisons representative once or twice a week for an evaluation. And I'm still waiting to see when Lifetime's going to put out Surviving Michael Jeffries. I'm still waiting to see when Kamal Dumbbell's going to go ahead and talk about powerful men who use their power to coerce people into sex. Hey, come on. Abercrombie and Fitch was huge among teenagers. That's your hook right there for putting together a series. But of course, they don't do that unless the person's the right color. Rich and powerful only applies depending on the color of your skin. So Shannon Sharpe's getting put through the ringer. This is the reason that I made that video about Jonathan Majors and how it's crucially important for Black people in general and Black men in particular to be hyper vigilant about who you let into your circle. If you're a committed bachelor and you just want to have a bunch of bed buddies, you better accept the fact that it only takes one to ruin your life. That's the reality. And this threat becomes exponentially greater when you're rich and famous. When you choose your sexual partners from OnlyFans, can you really be surprised when this kind of thing happens? When you maintain contact with someone who uses phrases like, put a big black baby in me, you're telling that person that you won't just tolerate disrespect, you'll actually encourage it. Typically, when swirling goes wrong, we see a white man who begins calling a Black woman the N-word and other things. And while it's true that white or just non-Black women in general don't tend to use racial slurs when they're dealing with Black men, the reality is they don't have to. White men don't sue Black women for sexual assault, even if they're rich. So the exposure and risk for Black men is far higher if they decide to go swirling. These Black men need to figure out that when these non-Black women decide to show disrespect, it won't take the form of suddenly bursting out into a rant of racial slurs. Instead, it will be insidious at first. It'll take the form of sneak dissing here and there, like talking about a big black baby, etc. They want to test a weak Black man to see if he'll take that or if he'll drop them. And when it comes to these Black men in pro sports or the music business, these guys got the golden nod from coaches and music executives precisely because they showed themselves to be subservient and deferential to the dominant society. So whenever these Black men say something to these people, it's never an order. It's only a suggestion. They're ripe for a fall, and it's obvious. Some Becky or Gina comes along and their nose is wide open and they just can't say no. This is weakness. And we see it not just when it comes to sex, but in so many other arenas of the society too. People will test you as a Black person. They'll disrespect you, taunt you, sneak diss you, and throw shade at you. And when you call them on it, they'll claim that you just misunderstood, or I didn't mean it like that, or I can't believe you made this about race. I'm so hurt. When the reality is they know exactly what they did. What they didn't know was that you were going to call them on it. Too many Black people will tolerate disrespect just to maintain business ties with this or that person from the dominant society, or to keep certain social connections going, or merely to maintain interracial sexual access with someone who has nothing to offer them. Black people always do it, and it's always wrong. Shannon Sharpe wasn't able to put his foot down. He didn't keep high-quality people in his circle. Men who have achieved things are supposed to know better than to be around model, actresses, whatevers. You're supposed to be around people who are on your level. I'm going to repeat it because it needs to be said. If somebody's not bringing anything to the table, that also means they have nothing to lose. And when someone who lives under a system of anti-Black racism allows themselves to forget that, well, the next lesson they learn is that there's more than one way to get screwed. Good evening. Be warned. Let's take a moment to mention some of our contributors. players: Shrampstein, Nathan Gunter, Michael Burton, Norma Anthony, and Melvina Miles. Salute to them and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
That's the Black Authority. I have to always, he's my go-to guy when it comes to uh, basic Black politics, ADOS politics, and exactly what's behind the headline. You know what I mean? A lot of times we see the headline and like, oh, okay. But why is the headlines written in that way? It's like that was a headline during about the what's his name, the kid that stabbed the Austin in the chest. Whatever his name is, Carmelo, and the reporter said something like, he just shoved him, and then my man pulled out a knife and viciously stabbed him or something. I forgot what it was. Anyway, but it implied that the boy just reached in his bag and just went to stab him. Another thing we are going to look at is homicides in the valley. This is a cold case several years ago. Tragic situation. And Phoenix PD has been a little, the Phoenix PD has been somewhat tardy and retarded in handling this particular case. And one of the things about it, I think this was during the time that Jerry, what's her name, was the chief of police, and a lot of things got swept under the rug after she left and weren't followed up on. And so now it's time to get back into this case. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, would like to call me again, I know it's been a while, on the hotline. Oh shit, I need to put that number out too. On the hotline. So we got a line that's just for stuff like this. Uh, Now, silent witness offers $1,000. Silent witness offers $1,000 for arrest and conviction. Phoenix Street News was matching that with $1,000 and making $2,000. Well, it's a cold case. You know, it's old. We don't want to get too old, get funky and stuff. So we got to sweeten the pie. We got to sweeten the pie. Sweet buzz is at 18%. Man, this shit's go down fast. Is at 18%. How long is this show? We're going on 29, almost 30 minutes. So and this is 30 minutes in. So in the next segment, of the show because looks like I'm going to have to change headsets in a couple of seconds here. And I'm going to go a little intermission. And then we're going to get into the rest of the show on hip hop, saving hip hop. And I think if nothing else happens, we might be able to do that. I think we can. I think what I want to do in between time and between time. Nope, I don't want to do that. What I want to do? Oh, I want to do something over here. I didn't even want to do nothing over there. What I wanted to do was give y'all uh, 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 this right here. Yikes! Here's what is that on for?
Trey made this beat.
Free lil' bro. Yikes. Early morning block jump track me. Early bird gets worm trapping. GPS used to track me. Mandatory 3 to 5 drug trafficking. Yikes. When it rains, ain't no shelter to run to. Wrote statement, but first he shot you. Bought a drink, now her friend won't shot to. Or you take him to my ghetto chateau. International kicking the course. Doing tours, different hues, the course. Set the bar too high to get off. Settle down, cause I've been a little whore. Being picked on by richer little boys. Re-ing up with nothing more than a yard. Mowing down in the nigga my yard. Came a long way to man from a boy. Yikes. Nothing really even matters no more. Nothing really even matters no more. Matters no more. Matters no more. Matters no more. Yikes. Nothing really even matters no more. Nothing really even matters no more. Matters no more. Matters no more. Nothing matters no more. Yikes. Hella excuses galore. Lot of issues, lot of shit to ignore. Visionary, seek you explore. Yikes. Seek you explore. Upgrade from a 9 to a K. Got taste, still wouldn't face. Intended target, hit no grace. Stay strapped, caught new case. No bond money just in case. Lawsuit on the judge of Cray. Talk whenever you're down, you pray. But when up, money displayed. Yikes. Nothing really even matters no more. Nothing really even matters no more. Matters no more. Nothing matters no more. Matters no more. Yikes. Nothing really even matters no more. Nothing really even matters no more. Matters no more. Matters no more. Nothing matters no more. Yikes. Nothing really even matters no more. Nothing really even matters no more. Matters no more. Matters no more. Matters no more. Yikes. Nothing really even matters no more. Nothing really even matters no more. Matters no more. Matters no more. Nothing matters no more. Yikes. G shit. King of the city, man. Yikes.
Check one, two, check one, check one, check one. Oh. Yes. Indeedy. Yikes. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Check one, two. Um, so let's get into the music because I got a few minutes. And It's just that Ice-T dying, man. Bro. Mm-mm. I'm telling you, this hit like pow. This hit like you wasn't really looking. This hit like somebody just came up and stole on your ass. Like you was thinking that you was ready, and then something happened, and they went pow. That's this right here. So earlier we was having some conversation about hip hop. What is gonna happen? What can happen? What should happen? What would you like to happen? If you could wave a magic wand like over hip hop and make some shit happen, what would it be? What would you do? What would you do for hip hop right now? What could you? Because I was checking out. He was live a few minutes ago. Rico Bands, right? Hold on, let me see. Rico Bands was dog shit. Oh, whatever. Uh, hmm. People be
Rico Bell, if this shit is not smoking, I'm on your head, buddy. We gonna see. I support the movie. I just want good weed. So we gonna see. Banana OG. We gonna see.
was it THT?
Rico Bands, this better be smoking. That shit smoking. That shit smoking. I ain't even mad at you, Doug.
Let's see. Damn, I can't do it on my laptop. I mean, I could.
You ain't fucking with cannabis, you might want to fuck with it. This right here, this some pressure. Actually, nigga, I'm a weed snag. Nigga, I'll tell you in a minute. That shit lame. That shit some dookie. That shit some this. Maybe want to go back and get another bag for real. This smoke.
Okay. Well,
That shit smoke.
I know this Ice-T dime. I know this is. I don't know about. Okay, that was I am Rico Bands and um hold on, see what we got here.
Nigga, we gon' press it. We my niggas doing beats. Don't pop in that correction. Feel like I'm stressing. Got my bag right. Sparing Cooper County. This way Arizona satellite. You ain't AC like me. You a nigga dust kicker. I be hustling trees. You ain't track like me. Whole class like me. Big drums. You ain't strapped like me. You ain't AC like me. You a nigga dust kicker. I be hustling trees. You ain't track like me. Whole class like Big West. Right back. Let's go. I got black out. You know what's happening? Do it with blast on one time right now. John Blaze, Icon Radio. Let's go. You ain't AC like me. You a nigga just nigga. I be hustling trees. You ain't track like me. Whole class like me. Big drums. You ain't strapped like me. You ain't AC like me. You a nigga just nigga. I be hustling trees. You ain't track like me. Whole class like me. Big drums. You ain't strapped like me. Big tracks. Blowing taxes.
Okay, let me say this. Because being that I said something earlier, and I don't see what I saw when I saw something earlier. Now that's a better video. And it ain't no telling the other video might have been, and since we talking about reviving, local hip hop, one of the things that y'all gotta stop doing is being mad. Y'all gotta stop being mad. You really do. You gotta stop being mad. Stop being angry. Now, I don't know whether or not what I said affected the finished product of Big Wife's video. But what I mentioned was not in this final draft. Thank the Lord. Oh my God, thank the Lord. And what was I going to say? What did I tell Big Wax about an was it on Instagram? Might have been on Instagram. But anyway, he had the mic out the ceiling video effect. Now look, when in fact does the mic out the ceiling actually work? I'll wait. Okay, time's up. Where it actually works is if you're in a boxing ring. Customarily, the mic out the ceiling. Not in your music video, where you may be out on location. Now, if you're out on location, is the microphone, if you're outside doing a song of any kind, unless it's like a live song, are the microphones in the video? Do you ever see microphones in a music video? Unless it's like a band, it's like a live performance. No, you don't. See, one of the things about hip hop that is supposed to be, and I think most of you have forgotten, the foundational aspect is authenticity, original, not just like his video or his song. That's why y'all don't bite somebody else's lyrics, right? But you biting somebody else's video face. Really? I could see it if you was at the same location that somebody else was at that shot a video. But the same mic hanging out the and you rapping like this right here. Why you rapping to the you rapping to the microphone? And you're not rapping to the audience. You gotta be rapping, sing, you gotta make personal contact. You gotta like, you know, you got to put that Donald Trump in there. Let me see, can you oh okay. Phoenix Street News is going across the back. I might have to move those chairs. I mean, if I don't have guests, I might have to just move those chairs so Phoenix Street News across the back of there will be like crack, crack, crack a laugh. And if it's like this is like that, hold on. Let me get y'all about like that right there. Okay. All right. So what do you do to save hip hop? Now, what are the problem with hip hop? First of all, the artists don't know anybody. The artists don't have any local fan, which is horrible because artists can't get out in the streets and move around and meet people. Why? Because you're a gangbanger, right? And you can't go and move around anywhere. You got to stay in your section. And that's kind of fucked up. That's why being in a gang is like really stupid. Cause you like locked in like a maze. Your gang right here in this little pocket, that gang in this little pocket, and a gang in this little pocket. And if you go somewhere outside your little pocket, you get caught up. So you can't go outside your pocket. And so because you don't want to get caught up, at some place you can't go. Certain malls and you can't go because it's just in gang shit. And you limit your own freedom of travel by claiming affiliation with some bullshit. All right. What was I now as an artist, you got to politic, right? But since you can't politic and you're on Spotify, disco, whoop de wop, well, what's the chance of those people on those platforms coming to your show? None. Because you already know there's nobody at a what? Hip hop show. That's right. Local. That's right. Now, because what? Y'all are antisocial. Correct. So since no one can come out to see you, can't make money that way. Nobody's going to come out. It's too dangerous. So where do you have to be? Right here. You have to be right here. Right here, baby. This is where you got to be. Now, that means that you have to be able to stream your shows. And not only stream your shows, you gotta be able to put your shows, your music has to be on a platform that has the ability to make you money. Oh, now we talking. Has the ability to make you money, right? Now, how does something like that work? Well, say for instance, I, Radical Mike, Earl, Michael Hinton, you know, what if I provide you? How much time I got? Oh shit, an hour that fast. What if I provide you with a platform like TV, radio, for you to have your music, your videos, your podcast, and you can make money. You see that oh, speaking of you can make money. Speaking of you can in fact make money. Oops. Speaking of you can make money. All right, check this out. On this chart right here, it says $1.50 per commercial special, 5 times per day for 90 days on Phoenix Street News TV and radio. Right. So, say for instance, you put together, or we put together, a 30-second ad, and you air it 5 times a day. That costs you $6.75. That costs that person $6.75, right? Say for instance, if you are, say for instance, you are a bomb, sweet, juicy Hawaiian punch. Say for instance, you are, say for instance, you right there. You are a salesperson. You feel me? And you got the 675. Let's say 600 in case you want to make them a deal, right? Let's just say 600. You feel me? Where's the damn take it away? Let's say 600 times 0.25 equals $150. Okay, so that $600 say times 25. Was that time? Yeah, time 25. Okay, 25%. 25% commission. So say for instance you are a freelance salesperson for Phoenix Free News TV and radio, right? And because Phoenix Street News is a news and entertainment directory that caters to bars, nightclubs, restaurants, other entertainment venues, and provides digital advertising for small business. Okay, so say for instance, a small business like a bar, nightclub, restaurant, or clothing store or something, or whatever, wants a commercial, 30-second commercial, and you say, hey, look, I got you. I can get you on Phoenix Street News TV, right? So you send them, give me their information. I sell them an ad for blah blah blah, 675, and you what? Oh, I said to them $600. I mean, and you what? You get a whopping 25% commission. That's $150. You got $150 and you didn't break a sweat, bro. You didn't break a sweat. You might have made a couple of phone calls, sent out a couple of emails, and bam, 150. So now how many 150s can you get? How many times can you post PhoenixStreetNews.com digital advertising and promotions on your social media page, and somebody like, man, yeah, who is that? I saw you post that Phoenix Street News. Yeah. And somebody called as a result of seeing your post. As a result of seeing your post, 15%. Come on, bro. We about to get you some money, man. We about to get you some money. Because everybody needs advertising. Advertising. You mean? Come on, bro. And not only this, wait, there is fucking more. You know, there's always more. Do you see the other numbers there for 1 channel, 2 channel, 3 channel, 4 channel, 5 channel? See, at this point, there are 200 plus channels on the Connect to Your City app, right? Now you can, because we're all affiliates, you can cross advertise on other channels. So you can have 5 a day at PhoenixStreetNews.com for the, and this is for the advertiser, for the $1.75, for the $7.50 a day. And you can have that $7.50 a day on 5 stations building your brand. 5 ads per day for 90 days is 450 times people seeing your ad. Your ad was on. And not only, oh, that's right, there's more, bro. And you see how the numbers scale. You know what I mean? So 2 channels, 3 channels, 4 channels, blah, blah, blah. Up to 5 channels. You everywhere. You like top dog law. You know what I'm saying? You ain't paying, you got a commercial on everything. A little corny, but I mean, what can you say? His kids making the commercial. I'm gonna have to make one for a top dog, and that is a little bit more adult. You feel me? But that's what we do, and you can be a part. You can be a part of that. Also, yeah, this is the, in case you didn't know, this is the Ice-T brand that he represents. Hope it's mobbed out in this game, so we got green, because we got green screen in places, this green won't show. But yeah, that's Ice-T doing what he do, staying high. Now, speaking of mentioning Ice-T, you got a guy like Tater Crown, Merkel, that's affiliated with Ice-T. Now, where can you view local artists, music, and videos and they get paid. Go to PhoenixStreetNews.com. Your video, your video can be whoa, 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 whoa. Your video can be. What is it I want to show y'all? Oh shit. This is another thing I want to show y'all. This is U.S. household income. BlackDemographics.com. U.S. household income. By what? By race, ethnicity, or ancestry. They don't say by skin color. It don't say anything about skin color. Oh shit, we're right out of hour. So I can end with this. It don't, and I'll have to do a part two for the and I'll just do the local hip hop music. But I'm gonna need some of your music. And Richie Evans, I need that music, and I see you just dropped some new music. It's time for another interview, Bubba. So for Richie Evans, I got to send him out some. Yeah, but household income. Take a look at this by race, ethnicity, or ancestry. Race ain't color. Okay. At the top of the heat in America. Who is it? Asians at 111,000. By the way, the rate of marriage at its highest among the highest income and at its lowest at the lowest income. So whether you think marriage has anything to do with wealth, Asians are 95% married and stay in their race. So they ain't playing. They at the top of the hill when it comes to stability and family and building wealth. Under them, Ghanaians. Ghanaians, Ghana. How they up under Asians in America? How many Ghanaians is it in America to have that kind of money? Where they get it? My great great grandfather was a slave seller from selling slaves. Under them, whites. White people at 84 or at 83. Who's up under them? You know, total U.S. average U.S. motherfucker. I don't know what total U.S. means. 77. Under that, or what you could say under white people are Nigerians. Nigerians, where Nigerians get all their money? They just got to America in the 80s, primarily. How they got, where they get that money from? Huh? You have heard of the book, My Great Great Grandfather Was a Nigerian Slave Seller? Oh, yeah. And, okay, Jamaicans, Caribbeans, non Hispanic, Ethiopians, Haitians, Hispanic Latino, African south of the Sahara, Black African Americans. At the bottom. At the bottom. And all them other black folks on top of you, immigrants. Trump said they was getting your jobs. Well, see, they got look like they got pretty much a bunch of them. We're not the same. We are not the same. Y'all didn't know. Y'all do know that the Pope is no longer among us. Rest in peace. Say a moment of prayer. I don't know if you can say a moment of prayer, but a moment of prayer for the Pope. Mm-hmm. 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 All right. That's what's going down, y'all. So, the Pope is, and you know, I didn't want to say that I thought that was going to be the final outcome of that scenario, but yeah, you can pretty much see that. You can pretty much see that coming. Ain't no doubt about it. And we might as well end on this right here. Y'all know this is the future right here. On that policy, because on that policy, you go along or get along, or be left behind. That's what's happening. What was that, man? If you show something like that again, we gonna come and all of that. What else was there? Anything else in the news? Shannon Sharp, he is just a jock. Good job. Good job. And vagina is for sale, and it's bad news. Until next time, y'all, check it out, man. Get with me, get your music in. Let's see, what do you need to do? What do you need to do with that one that there? You need to send your music right there. Don't be playing. That's what you need to send your music right there, below right there. You send your music right there, right there. And that would be so damn critical on your part. Oops. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something else. Something else. Since I did mention this guy, let's run him up in here.
Yeah. Is this shit on? Yeah. Gratifying, all this multiplying, money acrobatic, turning flip, shit is death defying. I got a restless mind dealing with these wretched times. I fuck the world, now she pregnant and they say it's mine. Everything divine, negativity decline. I overshine the Lord, maybe with a great design. When you imperial, niggas would try to mirror you. Cloth I am cut from, coming from raw material. Every word is serious, niggas be playing too much. I would slap you cast delirious, but y'all be saying too much. You out here mimicking who you kidding, you idiot. I'm really it, you niggas is claiming shit you ain't really did. I really spit, hock a loogie through the microphone. My shit is dope, make a nigga leave that pipe alone. Beside the poem, get connected to the city streets. I really speak with kinetic in my energy. It's really deep, I can hear the whispers in my sleep. You niggas weak, so for you my tube will gently weak. A black beetle, ain't nothing but a fucking roach. How you in some Gucci luggage, sitting in this fucking coach? Niggas got priorities all fucked up. Niggas gon' eat on the job like it was potluck. I don't do the pop-ups, niggas be getting caught up. All I want is proper the moment I get the product. I'm a walking billboard, niggas got the logo poppin', customized the drip, the white homie said it's fucking awesome. Plant a seed on fertile soil, watch it fucking blossom. Used to wanna play the field, but now they picking cotton. Slave niggas, never wanted to play with them. I raise niggas, even help them get paid, nigga. The concept ain't really valid to a lot of men. I try to wake them up, but they allergic to the common sense. Well, I'm convinced that they just like to be trapped up. This the dangerous job, niggas stay strapped up. I come alive every time I hit caps bust. Turn feminine and got the nerve to go act tough. I'm in the cycle with the greatest, chillin' with my idols. The universe will never lie, but some rely on Bibles. Of my arrivals, all my rivals turning suicidal. Them niggas mad cause none of them can ever do what I do. I'm really him, nigga. Shit, I'm really it. I'm really who I said I was, and I ain't never changing shit. I'm really him, nigga. Shit, I'm really it. I'm really who I said I was, and I ain't never changing shit. Back at it like a bad habit. Keep the blade sharp. I'ma take another stab at it. Serving up the flow like it's blow to a crack addict. If the music's slow, I'ma take another crack at it. Mathematic in the traffic disappear. Aw, damn it, reappear. Black magic, smoking marijuana in the moonlight. I like promethazine and Sprite when the moon's right. And just because I get high don't mean I lose sight. A deep thinker, my teachers call me prestigious. Never thought I could be speaking and reaching you through my speakers.
Bam, 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 just like that. And I might as well, if we're gonna do it like that, end up with this one right here. Let's do it like this right here, man, and I'll be playing with that.
For the ladies. Get a J.
Say you're always on my mind. Say I gotta know. Say I gotta know. Say I gotta know. Ooh, yeah.
G shit. King of the city. Yikes.
Free Lil Free Lil Bro.
Shout out to the West Coast.
I cruise the avenue and watch the police ride by. They chucking out the deuces, but I'm from the other side. Which means things ain't always what it seems. I'm team communicating, they clipping my wings. I can't fly straight, that's food on my plate. I can't buy brains from niggas slanging weight. So I be selfish when it come to money making, neglecting the fact that this my occupation. I rock with niggas trapping first they got a jail. And Shane rocks to them niggas to increase their sales. He move from block to block, musical chairs. He smoking on that Reggie, but you can't tell. He boasting in his rhymes, how he moving bad. But bail on your homie, time for the bail. This for my niggas wildin' out in they county tear. For just sell pocket dough, that's how rich niggas live. I rock with niggas trapping first they got a jail. And slang rocks to the niggas to increase their sales. He move from block to block, musical chair. He move from block to block, musical chairs. I rock with niggas trapping first they got a jail. And slang rocks to them niggas to increase their sales. He move from block to block, musical chairs. He move from block to block, musical chairs. I rock with niggas trapping first they got a jail. And slang rocks to them niggas to increase their sales. He move from block to block, musical chairs. He move from block to block, musical chairs. I rock with niggas trapping first they got a jail. And slang rocks to them niggas to increase their sales. He move from block to block, musical chairs. He move from block to block, musical chairs.
All right, that's Yikes right there, man. And Yikes is in California now. And this is one of the things about you guys with your music. Yikes is performed with Too Short, at Music with Too Short, with Kodak Black, with numerous artists. And he was right here in this city. And a lot of you, including Big Wise, had the opportunity to work with him. Who's that? Pyro? What's the guy's name? Pyro did some video for him. Outside. Because he had Outside before, but he just had never released it, but that's another story. But anyway, because a lot of you don't collaborate at 8%. Oh boy. Not quite. said 8%. That quick. Hold on. Let's put this one in. How it is going down. Oh, two-tone superstar. A broke rib or something, anything. It to get the flock out of here. And we did. acclimated to what be going down, man. Check out Eminem custom upholstery for all. We outside, bye.